Okay. So, very good morning, everyone. Atma Namaste. So, I'm so glad now we are connecting today and we are discussing on a very interesting subject, that is understanding of soul. So, what is soul? What is Atma? Can anyone give your understanding on it? Let us keep this interactive. You can share whatever you understand or whatever information you have regarding soul. Your understanding of soul, anything, yeah, whatever you just please feel free to share. Yes, about what is soul, what is Atma.
which takes oxygen and push to the each every cell of the body.
Mhm.
It converts into power to the each cell of the body.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you, sir.
Uh, in my view, actually, Atma is an energy source which will take any form. I mean, which will go to human form or animal form, any plant form, anything. Inside the energy, it will flow as per belong to time. I
Mm.
mean, I can explain more in Telugu. Exact inward form.
Okay, any other ideas? Okay.
Like in my view, soul is also like energy form, but it has a seed of what we want, our desires, what we want to do in life, any uh, past impressions, that all will manifest through the soul in the 3D form.
Great, that's a good understanding. Yes, others, any thoughts on what is soul? Your understanding, you don't have to be right or wrong, just share whatever you understand, because whatever you know is the information that you have been carrying all along. So there's nothing right or wrong about it. Okay, soul is the essence. This body keeps changing in every life, but soul remains the same. Okay, good. All right. Okay, let's get to discuss more on this. So everybody are right. Okay, whatever you said is true in its sense. Okay, so Padmaja Garu has used a word called seed. So to understand soul, we have to understand the seed and the fruit and the branch and the tree and its origin. So that's how we have to tread back to understand more what on what is soul. So Atma is it's a collection of consciousness. Okay, it's a collective consciousness of all that exists. So where is this collective consciousness staying? So there is something called tree of life or Gaia. So where all that exists that comes to an awareness or that has an awareness is a part is like a seed on a fruit. Okay, so what is this fruit? Fruit is the collective consciousness and a part of it is the soul. So all the fruit, all the tree which contains this fruit and all of the knowledge that this tree possesses is possessed into this is contained in the seed. Okay, if you look at in plant kingdom or animal kingdom or even human kingdom also, the seed, the genetic material that we have, all the knowledge that is existent is there in the seed. That is Atma. Atma is the subset of the entire consciousness. So, what exactly is this consciousness? If you believe in a religion, if you believe in the existence of God or some divine superpower, so soul is a subset of that. Soul has got everything that entire consciousness has got within itself. For example, if you go to an ocean and you take a bottle of water from the ocean, the bottle of water to you is just a bottle of water. But in the water, in the bottle that has got water, it is the entire ocean in itself. Make sense? Do you understand this? You have removed a bit of ocean and held it in a bottle. But the properties of ocean are there in this bottle. How many of you agree with it? Or is it making sense? Yes. So that is soul. Okay. All the consciousness that exists is what you are containing. You are the bottle that is containing the soul. Okay. You are the bottle. The body that you carry is the bottle. The bottle can be long, short, tall, or fat. Can be black, white, blue, green. Different colors, different shapes. But you are the container of the soul. So human body or animal body, plant body is the container of the soul. And soul is the collective consciousness that exists. When we talk about collective consciousness, you have to understand that the entire knowledge, the entire understanding of life, the entire understanding of everything that comes to human awareness is only because something exists, right? If nothing exists, there's nothing to discuss. So we all exist. For example, in this call, we have Baba sir. So all that is happening in the class matters to Baba sir only when he's inside this class. If a person is not sitting in this class, what is happening in the class is not his concern or their concern, right? So just because Baba sir is sitting in this class, everything that is happening in the class is relevant to him. And it makes some connection to him. But if Baba sir is not in this class, so whatever that is happening, whatever I'm speaking is not at all known to him unless he makes an attempt or effort to know what is happening. It is nowhere relevant or connected to him. In the same way, all that happens around you, unless you take a part, unless you involve yourself, it doesn't affect you, it doesn't imply anything to you, right? You're sitting in your room, you're listening to my voice, you're listening to this audio. But what is happening in the next room or next house is not of your concern. Unless if you hear some noise or if you can see something on your own, you're not getting involved. So that is how the soul's journey is. As long as you don't get involved, it doesn't affect you. That is how karma also works. Everything that is coming into your awareness is somewhere connected to you. If it is not coming into your awareness, you don't really have to worry about it. So the soul's journey is all about being in the state of awareness. When you are in the state of awareness, you should 100% understand that it's your sole responsibility to be in the moment to get the best experience. Because many a times, a lot of things happen around us, will go around you. You see certain things, but they don't register much. Sometimes they register, but you don't remember. Sometimes you remember, but you're not affected. Sometimes you are affected. Sometimes you're so much affected. Okay, so there's stages of it. But whatever you are so much affected, so much connected, that is soul's purpose at that point of time. At that point of time, understand. So in this very moment, in this specific time, space, dimensions, and realities, you are sitting and listening to this voice, listen to this content, listen to this, because it is a part of your soul's purpose to be here.
So I've been hearing awareness. Exactly what is awareness? Like any
Yeah.
thoughts comes and just you need to observe. Like
Yes. Observation and also paying full attention. For example, yeah. So you are sitting in this call, you are listening to whatever I'm saying, you are understanding, and you are learning something new, and you're fully present here. You are if I say something, if I ask you to close your eyes, you close your eyes. If I ask you to visualize an apple, you are visualizing an apple. And your mind is only here. That means you are fully in this moment. But if I ask you to imagine an apple, your mind is having an apple one corner, your job on one corner, the bills to pay on the one corner, the family on the other corner, and your mind is everywhere. Then you are not fully in this moment. So when you are in this moment, you are fully in this moment. You are only being here to see what exactly you're doing. So it's like having a focus on something when you are in the state of awareness.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Ramakrishna, did it answer your question, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, I got it.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yes. So when we talk about soul and its journey, one thing we have to clearly understand is that if you are in this moment, you are completely absorbing yourself in the entirety of this event. So whatever that is happening, see, in this moment, you could have done anything, right? You could have slept, you could have had a coffee, or you would have gone for a walk, or you would have spent some time with your family, or you would have watched news or read a newspaper. You could have done anything, but you're sitting here and listening to me. And if you're gaining some value out of it, it means you are in the moment, you're absorbing something. And that is the soul's purpose at this point of time. Your soul wants it, and you are sitting here. Okay. Many a times, okay, most of us might have not might, most of us have experiences. You don't want to be in a certain place, but still you are there. You tried not to be there, but still you are there. How many of you have experienced it? You want to do something else, but you are forcing yourself to be in a certain place or in certain event. How many of you have witnessed it?
Yeah, today I wanted to be in Bhagavad Gita class 6:30, but I was here.
Okay, good. Gupta sir is saying, weddings. Yes. Okay. So, though you are not willing to be there, you are there. Why? Your willingness is one tangent towards it, but a
I think
purpose.
what we said is the soul. The soul is the one which is
Okay. Yeah. So, your personal will, your personal intention is one tangent, but the purpose of your soul to get that experience is on one more tangent. So, your will and the soul's will might coincide, might not coincide. So, to have a happy life, there should not be any resistance between accepting that your soul's purpose and your purpose, or your soul's purpose and your situation, your personal will can be different, but still you're okay with it. That's when you develop a bit more of acceptance of the moment. Just understand, you want to do certain things in life and it's not going the way you want it to go. Instead of worrying about it, instead of, freaking out about it, instead of, being stressed out about it, just okay, chalo. There is some purpose attached towards it. I don't know what it is, but okay, let me experience it to the best extent possible. If you have this attitude, if you develop this attitude, won't your life be much more easier, less suffering, more being at peace? How many of you have experienced this? You were unable to accept certain things, and it felt so difficult for you to be there. And you have internal fiction. Than the outer things, most of us struggle with inner fiction only than the outer world. At some point, you can shut the outer world, but inner world, it is difficult. It is challenging. Understanding it, right?
yes.
Wonderful. So now let us focus on the soul's journey in a deeper way. Okay. Now, what aspect of soul are we really connected to? The soul, since it is the collective consciousness, it always has the tendency to go back to its source. If you see nature also, anything that starts at a point, it ends back where it belongs to. Just look at any plant kingdom or animal kingdom or humans or even water or air or fire or sky or earth. It always wants to go back where it belongs. Not because of personal will or choice, but that is how nature is. You all have a definite, innate, intrinsic. The system will always want you to be where you belong to. That is the reason we always have this statement: birds of same feather flock together. Why do we say it? Because you belong there, you belong to that space. and you have the tendencies to go there and be there at all times. That is how your entire purpose is revolving on. So everybody talks about moksha, right? If you talk in any religion, there's something connected to moksha, salvation or jannat, this that. Even heaven is also part of the moksha, because you don't have to come back, and you can be eternally at some place. Nobody has been there to tell exactly what it is, but all have certain ideas about it, and everybody shares their experience. Okay, so to understand this, so collective consciousness as a whole, we just push ourselves, or we get pulled towards that source at all times. So one thing you have to understand is soul is pure, but it is not perfect. Soul is pure, it is not perfect. That is the reason we all have these experiences. We have the cravings of certain experiences, so that soul gets that experience of fulfillment, of understanding of things in a deeper way, or in a way that gives its purpose fulfilled, or it gives the experience of knowing things in a degree that it feels satiated, or it feels satisfied. So why does soul wants this? So like I said, soul is pure, it's not perfect. So if I say, for example, honesty is best policy, everybody knows this, right? Everybody knows honesty is best policy. But if you have not experienced dishonesty, and you don't know what exactly is honesty is, you're just living by people's statements. When you live by people's statements, what exactly is happening? It is not your personal experience, right? You're just trying to live by somebody's ideals, but that is not yours.
We know many things, but still we curve for money, money, money. End up like
Yes. See, that
we
is
all know most of the things. We know all the things are right. We'll not get anything. We'll not carry. Everything will be here. We tell all the things, but end of day, like morning, if you get up to brush it, you require money, money, money.
yes. Money is important. Again, money is a very essential need for us to have these experiences, right? If I don't have money, I'll not be able to experience anything. I can't even experience my body, because without money, I can't buy food, or I can't have my existence properly taken care. And I'll not have the best experience of life. Yes. But all the experiences that we're talking about is a need of the soul. Yeah. So all our experiences is a need of the soul. That is the reason we all have cravings. That is the reason we all have aversions. So any aversion or any craving that you have, or any kind of desires you have, it is not your personal will. It's a part of your soul's expression to learn things, to understand things in its own way. Because my experience of giant wheel, and your experience of giant wheel will be very different. Now, on the whole, from the outside, I see everybody running, screaming. But what happens inside me is my personal thing, right? I might be freaking out. I might be feeling like, my heart is coming out of my body. Some person is fully excited and fully in the moment. Some people are like, why did I get into this boss? Why? And some people are crying. They're like, stop it, up and row. So everybody has got their own experience. From the outside, if someone says this is how it is fine. But that is not your experience, right? Unless you participate, unless you get into it, get your hands wet, get your hands dirty, get your full body involved, get your full mind involved, that is when it becomes your personal experience. So the entire action, the entire activity of you getting into the moment and feeling it fully is a part of your soul's expression, or soul's understanding of life. So all that you want to experience, all that you wanted to feel, all that you have the desires are coming from this space. Okay, the space of understanding it its own in its own way, that is where it starts. Okay, the soul's journey is not about this and that. It's all about being in the moment, understanding it in its truest sense. When you allow this to happen, that's when you are in full control. That is when your soul is actually being there. And if you actually allow your soul to be the way it is, you might have heard this, follow your heart. Everybody says, a lot of people say this, soul is in your heart. I don't know which part of the heart the soul exists, but When you follow your heart, you're slowly following your intuition. No, and there's no logic there. You just go by the feelings. And when you feel good, when you feel satiated, when you feel comfortable, when you feel satisfied, that is when you have more fulfillment of life. All the people who travel, all the people who do what they love, they have this element of satisfaction in them. They feel fulfilled. The concept of fulfillment is an attribute of the soul. Mind, it is logical. It says, if I want more, if I like something, it says I want more, 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 more. That's a craving. That's only in the mind, not in the heart. You give something, you just show small acts of kindness, or if you receive some kindness in some form, your soul feels so happy. Your heart feels so happy. But yeah, mind would say, I want more, or I don't want it. Heart doesn't say anything like that. Okay. So I would just like to give a small example. So uh, people who have been in the group, they might have seen my message. So yesterday I was not feeling well. I couldn't take the class. So Gupta sir has just left a message. He said, "Sir, do let me know if you need anything. I'm here." I felt so touched. It was so touching because we didn't have a huge interaction. Also, we just know each other on Facebook. That's it. But that tiny act of kindness that he showed made me so fulfilled. I don't know what did I do to get that kind of love, that kind of contribution from him. So this is the soul's that expression of love, that expression of um value that you receive from somebody, that gives you the satisfaction of being yourself, right? So everybody might have experienced it at some degree. When some person would be there around you, or at some point in your life, you have somebody who gives you this the words of kindness, that who makes you feel valued, who makes you feel loved. You all might have experienced at some point, maybe not many moments, but few moments, right? I want answer from everyone. Have you ever felt that you have
Yes,
that
sir. Yes.
that some people have valued you, have given you that space?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
So when you get these moments of happiness, that those kindness, you attracted that. The soul has attracted those people to remind you that you are loved, you are valued. So your soul is the reason that made you who you are, because it is learning everything, it is absorbing everything, and it is radiating it. It is like expanding your soul is expanding the experiences out of your body, out of your system, and bringing more of it, what you deserve, what you belong, or where you belong. So any questions?
Yeah, it's clear, sir.
Okay. So this is one of the most important aspect of soul, where there's a concept called Atma, Jivatma, and Paramatma. Problem is that they are forever and they're only sometime. That much. Exactly. That's true. Yes. So what happens is, not every experience is meant to be forever. Some experiences will be there for that moment. For some experience will be there forever. So, some will be like for some time they'll be there and they'll leave. Okay. Again. So tomorrow we'll discuss on why things happen the way they happen when in terms of souls connections. Okay. And see, okay, I'm just giving you a context from Upanishads. They say Atma is like a whole subset, and it has got like we have promotions in your workplace, right? You have like from you join as a trainee, from there you get into the different levels. Slowly you get into manager, then you become CEO, then you become owner at some point, if that's your journey, if that's how you wanted to look at life. Okay, so Paramatma is the one that is connected to the divine soul. Atma is the subset, and Jivatma is what we carry. So you are the product of your own choices of your past lives. And you are the product of, or you are the seed for your future life. So this life that you have is causing your future life. And this life you're having is the effect of your past lives. Understanding this is very, very important, which means this life that you have, this moment that, see, when I say life, this moment that you're living, we don't know what will happen next moment, and we don't know, we can't even get back a second that has already passed. So this very moment is what you have in your hand, and this moment that you have in your control or that you have in your hand is the product of your past and also the seed for the future. So when you are in full alignment with this moment, when you are in full awareness of this moment, you are very, 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 very much in control of your future. Please, on Advaita versus Advaita, where different shade Atma. Okay, sure, definitely, sir. We'll do it. We'll do it tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Okay. So when you understand that all you have this very moment, this very moment is the product of your past and also is the raw material for your future. So it's again, people who have been following my previous classes, you might have understood about the choice that you spoke. You got the power to choose what you want to choose at this moment. That is when you are getting into the fulfillment of the moment, and also you are creating a rock solid future for yourself. And soul is the driving force for it. When you are in full awareness, the soul is fully at its best. So if there is no friction, and if you just feel so good and nice about yourself in your path, that is when you have the best experience of this moment, and the soul and the karma attached to the soul is getting released, or else you're born to the karma. Soul is born to the karma. So all that you do in this moment will define the soul's journey also, because soul has come onto this earth for the experience of human consciousness. Okay. So soul has got no other purpose than experiencing the human consciousness. Your desires, your vasanas that you carry, your cravings, your aversions, all that you carry are just a product of that life. Because they are not experienced fully, they are carried to the next life. Soul just carries it, just like perfume. So it just carries to the next life, next life, next life, unless they are fully realized and unless they are fully released. So soul will become completely free and goes back to its space, to the collective consciousness, only when all of the cravings and aversions are completely addressed. Okay, that is when we get this total salvation. And for that, you have to go through all good and bad. Okay, in one lifetime, one person can be a murderer because soul wants to have the experiences of what is being a murderer. So if the soul wants that experience to know what is a murderer, you become a murderer. You choose a life where you become a murderer, and then, or the soul chooses a body where it is nurtured or it is nourished in a way, it becomes a murderer. Then you get the experience of it. You feel guilty, you feel sorry, you feel pride, you feel all that you wanted to feel in that life. And next time you face the consequence of the action, and then you release yourself from the pattern. Okay, when you look everything in soul's context, nothing is right, nothing is wrong. Nothing is moral, nothing is immoral. Nothing is ethical, nothing is unethical. Everything is like, see, to that life, it is subjective, but on the whole, it is objective. It is just for the soul's expression. Understanding this? It's a very deep concept. I understand, but is it making sense? So all good, all bad is only a part of that life. And whatever we experience in this point of time or at this point of time is a product of your past and also is going to be the seed of the future. So the moment you understand, okay, I did this for this expression, now you choose, do you want more of it or is it okay? Do you want to be satisfied with this? If you say, I want to be satisfied, your choice, you will be satisfied. If you say, I don't want to be satisfied, it will be carried forward till you say, I'm okay with it, I'm done with it. Understanding? Make sense?
But until unless these all experience I want to be carry next and all, only when you do sit and meditate into spiritual life, only those guys can understand. Others just they'll go blindly born, get do work, and finally end up their life.
Yeah, that's true. But that happens only when your soul purpose is not fulfilled in that life. At some point, they will understand this and they let go of it. So this life, if they're not doing it, it's okay. It means the soul is not ready to go into the salvation mode, or it's
50% of them, not 50 or 70%, they'll not realize anything. Just like they born, they get into work and finally end up their life. They're not knowing what is soul or what is Atma, nothing else. They're not involved into 1% of the spiritual.
yes. I'll tell you why. Because not everybody is in the same stage of spiritual ladder. Okay. So if a person is sitting here and listening about soul, means soul is coming to the end of its journey or beginning of its journey, or it is in some stage of the journey where it has to take the leap to the next level. As long as it is not there, you don't even listen to this, or even if you listen to it, you don't pay attention, or you will not do anything about it. Okay. So when you see somebody who's not at all spiritual, it means they have not come to the stage where they can get to the fruition of it. For example, it's like the flower has not blossomed that it becomes a fruit. It is
Yes,
not
I got
even
it.
raw, it's not even raw form, it's just a fruit. The seeds are also not developed. So everybody is different. So if you find somebody who is like that, it means okay, their journey, they're in different stage of journey than yours. And
Okay.
understand this,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
yes, sir. Everyone is in their own reality, they are watching their own different movie. Exactly, yes. So ultimately, everybody's purpose is to be one or to culminate in the entire divinity or entire the in the entire consciousness. Okay, but everybody's path is different. Everybody's way to choose, everybody's choose, or how do I say? Everybody's choice of path is different. And in one life, a person will have certain path. In second life, the path will be different. In third life, it will have a different path. In fourth life, different path. So we don't know how many lives a person would carry to get there. Okay. So when we say this, automatically you have a whole new understanding of life that pushes you to that point. So we can't say that person is good, this person is bad, this person is doing this person is doing that. So when you have so tomorrow we'll discuss on a story on a person who's just about to get salvation. So the last life he's carrying, last human life they're carrying, and what did they choose and what made them become that in that last life. So we all have certain expectations, right? When we are just one step ahead. I'm a bit confused. Okay.
We can speak tomorrow, Vamshi. That's fine. That's okay. I mean, it's a huge question, in fact.
Yeah, correct. That's an interesting question actually. I can give us pointers towards it. See, we don't own this body, but soul owns all that body contains. So soul is like, it's a digital footprint. It's a spiritual footprint. Okay, it has got all the vasanas that we carry, hence we suffer. But yes, I'll give a deeper understanding because tomorrow's concept is about soul's journey. So we understand more of it. How did you born? What made you choose whatever experience you have got? We understand from soul's context. We spoke about it a bit in the karma context. Now we talk on the soul's context. Okay. So any questions until now?
No, sir, it is cleared.
Okay, I think time is 7 now. Oh, we are like 7. Very good. Tomorrow we'll connect around 6:30. I think karma is related to the soul. Yes. Karma is connected to the soul. Yes. So thank you so much for being here, guys. We'll meet tomorrow. We'll have a deeper understanding of the soul's journey. Again, I'm telling you from the context that I have learned. I don't know what is true, but whatever I have learned made sense to me. We are not trying to be like absolute, what do you call, the carriers of the truth. But whatever I've learned, it made sense to me, so I'm following that. So you listen to it as a for information, and if you feel connected, you can accept it.
And if possible, can you guide us at least 1 minute of how meditation, how we can
We'll
do
do
it?
it. Yes, we'll do it. We have meditations on this also. Soul meditations we have.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so thank you all for being here, and tomorrow we'll be connected, and we'll be connecting tomorrow, and we'll understand more of the soul's journey, and then we'll go forward. Thank you so much, Sir Gupta garu. Okay, sure, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Have a wonderful day ahead. Atma Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.